What up, people? Friday night and the weekend's here. Celebration time. That's right. You already know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's your man, DJ Daz One. Welcome to the Rap Sheet Podcast. Here we go. We got a great episode today. I got a fabulous brother coming on. I can call this brother family, a very good friend. And the way that we met, well, that backstory is going to have y'all laughing out the side of your neck, even though it wasn't funny for me at the time. What up, Mona? What's popping with you? Let's begin. First and foremost, before we bring the guest on and get it cracking and populating with him, I want to take time out to thank each and every last one of y'all that showed myself and Akela huge love. Being engaged is a wonderful feeling. It is a joyous moment, and the love that we've received over the last week and some change has been phenomenal. Thank y'all so much. Ooh, getting a lump in my throat because I'm drinking some tea right now. But amazing woman indeed, and I was so glad that she found me 3 years ago, and it's been a bumpy ride, but a great ride, and I just had to do what I had to do and step up to the plate, and I did that. So, beautiful feeling. Ladies and gentlemen, to the brothers out there that are in relationships, whether you're dating or you're already married, preserve what you got, because in the end, it is a wonderful thing. Facts upon facts. To all the brothers out there that have not found that queen, don't give up. Don't quit. Keep hope alive. Keep praying, because she's out there somewhere. And when you find her, trust me, you know the rest. All right? Word up. Shout out to Pooh. What's going on? I'm going to try to locate my guests now that I got all sentimental and everything on everybody. We're going to see if he is there, and I'm going to try to tag him in and get this thing. Let's go. See if he's around. Turn my volume up too, so people can hear not only me, but hear him as well. So hopefully he's coming up very soon, and we're going to get this cracking. While he's coming, I'm going to drink my tea. Blue raspberry goes hard in the paint. Better ask somebody. All right, there he is. I see him. Now we can bring him on. Word up. No, hopefully we can bring him on. There he is. Cool. He requested me. Yeah. All right, just wait for the brother to show. And when the brother shows, we'll act like you know and go. Sweet. Just waiting for him to come up. I accepted your request, brother. Come on, baby, come on. This is what we do in real time. We just pause for the cause and wait for things to happen. So he should be coming up any minute now. I may have to request him if that's the case, and that's okay, because I could talk for days and days and days. So we're going to try this one more time. Let's see if it works. Dust the shoulder off. Make sure I'm clean. All right. I hear sound effects, but don't see. There he is.
Yo. What's the word,
Okay.
my guy?
All right.
What's up
So,
with you, man?
ladies and gentlemen, the brother you see right here, interesting backstory on the way we met. I'll never forget it. It was on Lansdowne Street. Now, for those that know me, I was an MC at one time. A very good one, if I may say so myself.
You definitely can say that.
I had the belief that nobody could out-battle me. And I wore that badge of honor everywhere I went, and I have a good battle record. Not going to deny that. I have a great battle record.
No doubt.
Then all of a sudden, this bum comes around. Bum meaning Black Ultimate Man. Amen.
Amen.
And he was with his people, DJ Therion. He was with Sterl the Pearl and my man Killer, very good friends of mine to this day. Salute to all three of them.
Yes. The
family. His manager, Killer, at the time was like, yo, I'll put $20 right now on my man who will stun anybody. And I don't mind extra money. I mean, I wasn't struggling at the time, but an extra $20, that's Simcoe's right there. I'm with it. Let's go. So I was like, all right, I got this, man. I'll take him. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my funeral night. Because this guy came with bars that I was not expecting and made me look like I just performed the worst crime that you could ever perform on a public forum in the middle of Lansdowne Street, right across from Fenway Park. I was like, all right, the man got me. But it was all love. You know, there was no beef, none of that. It was strictly all love. We shook hands afterward, gave proper respects and everything, and we've been cool ever since. Since then, this man has dropped some great projects. The first one I do believe was called Mind of a Child, if memory serves me correct.
Yes, sir.
I still have a good memory. Not bad for a 40-year-old. That deserves some round of applause right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Shout out to my memory.
That was a long time ago. We ain't got to show our age, but that was definitely a long time ago.
And the hunger was in them. So, you know, in this day and age, street hip-hop artists, we can name them all down the line. Jada, The Locks, Cameron, let's see, Black Moon, Gossip Fed, Mobb Deep, The Firm. We could just name all some great artists that represented that roughness, that the street, you know, that street hip-hop that is really missing in today's generation. But this guy held it down for Boston. Salute to a beast like that entertainment. And this man is carrying the torch to this very day. So, with all that being said, I want you to put your hands together. From my brother from another, the one and only E.T.E.L, what's good?
What's up, family? How you doing? What's up, y'all? What's the word? What's the word, man? What's up with you? How you doing, man?
Now, see, that was like my sway introduction. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. I haven't had an intro like that. That felt good, man.
First and foremost, man, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well, man. Word.
We've come a long way, haven't we, man? We ain't young bucks no more.
Nah, man. We're not. We're definitely not.
Well, this is going to be a good interview for me because I never really got to know your backstory and how you became intelligent. That's how I first met you. So if I say that, please forgive me for saying the full name. So this is a wonderful chance for me to really know your story. So when did you first fall in love with hip hop? What was it? Was it a song you heard? Was it an album you heard? Was it just the love of putting words together? What was it that made you say, you know what, I'm going to do this somewhere down the line?
Yo, bro, honestly, when I think about it now and I think about my story, man, it's a career I chose at 7, bro. Like it's a career I chose at 7. I had our up under teenage mother, and we were living at that time. We were living with my great grandmother, who you can't play nothing, nothing with swears. So the only thing she could play was like the Run DMC singles, and those were like the first guys I heard, bro.
Yeah.
Those were the first guys I heard, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at all my baby pictures, all my pictures at like 4 or 5 years old, I'm B-boy stance already, you know what I'm saying? So I chose it, you know what I mean? Like, I chose it back then, bro. When I think about it, like, I chose it at that moment, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's been now long, you know what I mean?
So Run DMC, I guess, was the first people that you heard. Big ups to Run, big ups to DMC. Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay, always and forever.
Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay.
Definitely one of the true heroes of the game that really did it. Wow, 40 years, 40 it has to be 40 years by now.
Because hip hop just turned 50, right? Yesterday.
We are are we 49? I think it's 49, right?
Is it 49?
Might as well be 50. It's going to be 100. It's going to be 150. When we're done, it's going to be even more alive and well. So we just get started. All right. So Run DMC were one of your main influences. I usually ask MCs what type of sound were they looking for because your sound dictates the time that you grew up in it. So when were
Yeah,
you born? What year were you born?
83.
Okay, so you were born around when before the golden years even started. You was really well 80. Let me see. We had Run DMC, we had LL, almost LL, Slick Rick. Yeah, so you were born
Yeah.
around in a good time.
And
Sure.
like I said, I had young parents, so
Yeah.
they were all into hip hop. So I got to hear all that. You know how some people's parents might have been a little older, so they didn't get to hear that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? My parents was young, so I heard all of that. Young, I heard it all. You know, my father was a street dude becoming a family man. So when we got in the car with him, we heard all that Too Short and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through almost every great phase. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah.
If you're just not tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, we got the one and only E.T.E.L. This brother right here.
Yeah.
Now, what part of Boston you repping? Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, what part?
Yo, you know what's so crazy, bro? And my neighborhood lives in this. We get it bad. So we get it rough so bad. We literally are in the middle of both of them. We are in the middle of Roxbury and Dorchester. Like we are in the middle of it, bro. So
So, so you're kind of
but
like
one
You're kind of like where Grove Hall, where Roxbury ends, and Dorchester begins. Okay,
right. I'm
okay,
like yeah, right. Well, you remember where Packy's was and all that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm
yeah,
right there, bro. You
yeah,
know. So
man, man. We,
one time
we
our zip code was Roxbury. Now for the last few years, it's been Dorchester. You know what I'm saying? So we like in the middle of it. We get it rough, bro. We
right.
get it rough.
So, so if you're just now tuning in, like I said, we got E.T.E.L up in here, really talking about his early influences. He just mentioned the legendary Run DMC. He mentioned
Yeah,
Too Short, NWA, Public Enemy. Like these were
yeah,
the greats then.
yeah.
When did you write your first rhyme? Do you remember it? And I'll ask the second question after that.
All right. Um. So I went through years of not writing.
Mhm.
The first time I actually made myself sit down and write, I had to be in 10th grade or junior year.
Okay.
Um, I was, you know what I mean? I was making, yeah, that's when I really made myself sit down and write. Um, you know what's funny? It's not my first rhyme I remember, but I actually do remember a verse that was supposed to go on a song, and I was like 16. I
Wow.
do actually remember one. Yeah, I do. It pops up from time to time. I think because I was so proud of it. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Like, so yeah, I
Oh
do
yeah.
actually remember one of them.
I know that feeling when you write your first rhyme and it's just like it may not have made no sense to anyone else, but it made sense to you and you
Yeah,
felt something accomplished because you was like, yo, I was able to write a rhyme about whatever it was
yeah.
and
And it wasn't
real rap.
even it wasn't even and it was topic based too. Like I had to it was a deep song. So that's what I think I was even more. It wasn't just me just getting busy, you know what I'm saying, with metaphors it was actually a topic based joint, and I was proud of it. And I remember going there because at the time when I first started, all the guys in my neighborhood, we was in a group, and I was the baby. I was the
Mhm.
youngest, so I ran to them and they was like, "Oh," then it made them have to go rewrite, and I was super proud, like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah," you know what I'm saying? But
Right,
yeah,
right, right. Absolutely. What was I going to ask next? So, who influenced your sound before E.T.E.L and if these like that? We're going to talk about them later. How you met with them. What was
yeah,
the first record you heard, or I should say, what was the first record that inspired you to want to write the way you wanted to write at that time?
got to be Cannabis.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, he just jumped all the way to 2000. He just skipped the
yeah,
90s.
yeah.
Dang.
Like, well, yeah, well, it was a bunch of them. Like I always tell people outside of like just who I think are the best rappers, like
Uh huh.
people I feel like I directly was like, yo, that's who I want to sound like.
Yeah.
It's it's a list of it's Ghost, Ray, Nas, AZ, Cannabis,
Yeah.
um I want to say Cool G. When I heard, I wanted to just sound like an Inspector Deck. I just wanted to
Yeah.
sound like I was chopping. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like I was chopping away. Like, you know, even like my voice, even without a beat, was an instrument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like
Yeah.
those guys got that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely have that gritty, hungry, like determined voice that's like, yo, no matter what I'm saying, I'm gonna command this audience
Right.
somehow,
Right.
some way, and you managed to do that. And that was a great list, by the way. A lot of my favorites are on that list, man. Definitely, and definitely again. Coming out of Boston,
Yeah.
we've heard we know the negative flack that the city gets.
Yeah.
Oh, they're trying to be like New York. They don't have their own sound. No one ever made it out of Boston rap wise. Who we got? Who they had? Ed.O.G. and Guru. I'm like, yo, that's really all we needed because Ed.O.G. and Guru are like the
They got
reason why
legendary shit.
the
Yeah, they
majority
got
of
legendary
the
shit.
culture
Yeah.
raps anyway. But
Right. Right. They got.
but for you, as an up and coming MC that nobody knew, and you wanted to get known in the city of Boston. What was your plan to get known, to get the street buzz going, and then to do the shows? Like, what was your game plan to try to make this a career and not just a hobby?
Um. To do everything to I understood my individuality early from
Mm-hmm.
everybody else. So that's what I was gonna put forward. I was gonna put E forward. Like, and when I say that is the majority of people that might have knew me around the way or in school, like, yo, I'm a funny dude, I'm a class clown. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tie that into the music. I'm gonna tie what people actually know how I really lived. I'm also gonna tie in the fact that I was brought up to be intelligent
Mm-hmm.
and a kid really from the hood. I was just gonna tie that whole individual thing
Yeah.
into E. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Killer B, Butchie had taught me earlier about branding yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna make you stand out from everybody else. So that's how I was gonna move it. You know, like the first song we put out was Old Girl, and it was a story about a girl that was having a tough time in high school and then got pregnant early, boo boo boo. You know what I'm saying? That was totally out the way of what someone else would have put out at that time, you know what I'm saying? In like
Yeah.
what 2003 as a first single, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it was, man. Just some of my individuality and pushing that forward. And if I had to jump in the ring, you already know that was automatic too.
Yeah, I already know. I already know. Thank you for reminding me again. Thank you very much. Interview over. I'm gonna go hang with the wife now. Nah, just messing around. Um, on a more serious note, and this is something that I too, as an MC, had to deal with a lot. I was known for freestyling, like you.
Uh-huh.
Um, did you get a lot of negative heat from people saying he can't write? He can't write a song. He can't write it out. All he's known for is coming off the top of the head everywhere he go. Does he have
Yeah.
what it takes to write records? How did you
Before
take that negative and turned it into a creative positive? And who were some of the writers that inspired you?
um so I did. I think when before like the actual first project came out, all the stuff that we was doing on mixtapes, I wasn't writing nothing.
Right.
And so I was getting that flack before like we had put out a song. Um, for me, it was just like what I had already knew was there was a monster growing in the studio. I had been learning how to write. I had been learning how to write hooks. So all that was all the stuff we was giving you for free. I knew what was in the library. I knew what was getting ready to come out. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take my friends would be infuriated by that. Like, yo, my man is you're bugging, da da da. But I wouldn't let it get to me. Um, when it comes to the pen and actually like writing, who
Yeah.
some of the writers, um, uh, uh, a lot of Common, a lot of
Uh-huh.
Common. You know what I'm saying? Black Thought. Again, Nas,
Yeah.
AZ,
Yeah.
Ghost Ray. You know what I'm saying? Cause it was so crazy how writing a story came so writing a story actually came easier to me than actually like writing like say a verse or whatever about
Mhm.
just getting busy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
writing stories and writing or writing a subject matter songs came easy, bro. It came
Nice.
easy. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so that's why I kind of took it as like when you say like how I use what I did to let it inspire me
Yeah.
or how I use it to be creative. I just took it like, all right, that's cool. I'll accept that because y'all don't know what we got brewing in the studio right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right. Right. Absolutely. Like don't let them know nothing. Let them have
nah,
the inside conversations. I got something for you. It's coming.
yeah,
For real,
yeah.
for real.
That's exactly how I did.
For real, for real. If you just now tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we got King Intelligent live on set right
Yo,
now.
yo,
I want to take time to talk about If These Like That Entertainment. First and foremost, those guys really knew how to. I was impressed to see how a brand truly truly shows you how it was run. And I didn't know
yeah,
anything about running businesses or anything like
right.
that, not like I do now. And I still don't know what I'm doing half the time. But seeing the merch and the logos and the representation and the family relationship that y'all had
Yeah,
was truly inspiring because that wasn't seen in Boston on an indie level like that. Major labels, yeah, we see that all the time. But on an indie label where the brothers that I know or someone who lives right around the corner from me, I can just come by their house and just hang and chop it up and whatever. To see what y'all was doing was amazing. How did y'all meet initially?
just make the calls. Yeah, I remember like Butchie was the type to see like an album cover or a designer for
Hmm.
like some like a K Slay or a DJ Kid Capri or whoever like mixtape cover. He called the guys like he just called them like I take the risk. I'm gonna call and see what's up. Like he
Hmm.
wasn't he was never scared to do that, and he always wanted to stand out with quality. You know what I'm saying? So he just
Right.
passed that same thing on to me, and it's just that simple. I get dudes now. It's like, yo, how'd you get in contact with so and so? How'd you get in contact with so and so? Yo, they got their email up, bro. Just send the email. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like he would do that. You know what I'm saying? We'd end up with these fly covers from Miami Chaos. We'd end up with these fly covers from, you know what I'm saying? Or this ill brand. They're like, yo, who did that for you? You know what I'm saying? All
Yeah.
right, well, I'll call and I'll see, you know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, yo, we can afford it. You know, I
Hmm.
think dudes just thought they couldn't afford that. So everybody, like, keep it real. A lot of people before us had the Xerox album covers. They were Xeroxing them and cutting them out. You know what I'm saying? My first joint is a full booklet with credits and the whole
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with a barcode. Our shit was trying to get on. We was trying to get on SoundScan. You know what I'm saying? Like my first joint, be. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just the way Killer was. Like yo, we gonna go for it. What's the worst they can say?
No.
No.
My man said mine was the first album in the booklet, and I had a barcode on
Yeah,
it.
let's go for real.
Let's not
You
forget
know
the
what I'm saying?
barcode. Oh man, nah, that had to be an incredible feeling. But I again, I ask, how did you and Killer initially meet? Like, was it
Oh, how
through an
did we meet?
email?
Oh no, no, no. Me and Killer met. Killer was a coach, a lifeguard
Wow.
at Blackstone, and the
Okay.
dude we had a mutual friend at the time. He introduced me to him, and Killer he was working. He was doing WRBB.
Okay. I
You know what
remember
I'm
that.
saying?
I remember that.
Killer was doing WRBB. So I was supposed to go on there. You know, he was like, "Yo, I'll have you come up there. Could you freestyle without swearing?" I was good with that. I was like, yeah, let's do that. He's like, boom.
Hey,
So I,
hey.
I spit for him there, and then he was like, yo, meet me here, boom, boom, boom. I get up there, I tell everybody in school, yo, I'm gonna be on the radio. I told him the wrong station. I told him 88.9 at first. You know what I'm saying? That had to make the calls like, nah, I'm at Northeastern, bro. Boom, everybody's making the calls, yada yada yada. You know, it was
Right.
hard to get. It was hard to get. You didn't have the internet, so it was hard to get it. My man was like, yo, I had to sit in the car and listen to you. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, yo, I went up there and like rashed for like the whole like yo, he was just letting me get busy. He was
Yeah.
just letting me and that's where I met Sterl, and he would bring me to battles, and then he would bring me, you know what I'm saying? And then one day he was just like, yo, I'm a manage you. And
Yeah.
then, you know, the brothers Loose Notes was, I didn't meet them yet, but he had them. So he
Yeah.
had tags for production. And then he was like, nah, we just gonna be the label, bro.
Yeah.
And we gonna master P it, and that's what's gonna happen.
Man. And yo, on record and tagging it, man. You want to talk about production? That guy.
Yeah, bro. He was so
That
ahead,
guy.
bro. Yeah, Tag so ahead, bro. Tag
He
shooter,
was
shout out
in
my
a
brother
lane of
Tag.
his own.
Yeah,
Man,
always has.
and then also the fact that he could rhyme as well. Like there
Hmm.
wasn't too many people who could make beats and rhyme
Right.
well like
Or
that.
make beats on his level.
Yeah,
Like some people
at
can
that
make beats, but
time it was
yeah,
just
but like make beats on his level and
yeah,
still was nice with it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I feel
absolutely.
like it was
So,
like maybe set like Session was up
woo,
there. Yeah, Session, my
oh,
guy. Session is
oh,
nice on the mic. Session and
oh,
he's I still get Session beats. You already know. Ain't too many E projects without Session on
oh.
there.
That's another guy that beat me
Hmm.
in the battle. Why are you bringing up names, bro? Why are you doing this right now, man? Why are you doing it? You're gonna make me come back out again, son. What? No,
Yeah, yeah, you should. You
nah,
should, man.
nah,
So you
nah,
know.
nah, nah, nah. That time is past. I love the DJing thing. I write every now and then just for me,
Yeah.
just for me. I'm never
Just in
gonna
case
release it.
just in case a young punk says something, you gotta give him something. You gotta keep that, keep that in the
Uh,
chamber just in case they
no, you know what? We're really in a for Boston alone. We're really in a good place. We got a lot
Yeah,
of good people.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so too. I think we're covering every aspect of like,
yeah,
how rap has spread into like different dimensions. I feel like we got it kind of covered.
yeah.
We got it kind
Oh
of
yeah.
covered. So,
Y'all got this, man. I'm just gonna sit back and just be a fan and just really cheer y'all on.
yeah.
As you got older, the times changed. We've seen a lot of people come and go after one or two albums. We see the legends still out there, but this indie scene that is really making a lot of noise, like Griselda, Lord have mercy,
Right,
Lord.
right,
If you had told me 4 years ago that a group from Buffalo, New York, like Buffalo,
right,
would be this buzzing, I would not believe you. But when I look
right.
at Griselda now and I see boot camp all over what Griselda is,
Hmm.
and it's just that just tells me that the rawness of what we created and the people before us birthed is alive and well right now.
Hmm.
As someone who's been in the game for well over 20 years, someone that knows the ins and outs, knows what he's doing, do you like where we're at? And if so,
Yeah.
tell me why. If you don't like where we're at, what would you like to see to push hip hop for the next 50 years even higher than it is right now?
I think I do like where we're at. I do like that the underground sound. It's something about it having the exclusivity about it that I
Uh-huh.
like. You know what I'm saying? I do like that. I do like that. You got what's popular, and then when if you want to hear those guys, it's like, nah, you don't know about, you know what I mean? You got to go down. You got to dig a little bit, and you don't even have to dig that hard. You don't, and
Right.
so that's, before you used to have to dig, like, to go catch an MF Doom record and all that. You used to kind of have to dig, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, now
Yeah.
you don't really gotta dig that hard to catch that if you want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to
Right.
hear that fire, you know what I'm saying? So I do like where it's at. Um, what I think for the next for it to go further
Uh-huh.
is just the young cats what I want to, what's gonna end up happening with some of these young dudes who are just, they got the different sounds, the drill music and all that. What tends to happen is they, without even realizing it, their writing is gonna get better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
So what I want them to do is to embrace that and to not and for them to bring their fan base with them as they grow as better writers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So because if you keep doing something like now, y'all are gonna be making big money and you're doing these songs, but you're just gonna keep getting better. It's the inevitable. And
Yeah.
as long as they bring their fans with them, you know what I'm saying? And so what ends up happening is they start doing songs with dudes that get busy in that way, and then that brings them to their fan base. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I
Exactly.
think I would like
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen as with the younger cats. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just now tuned in, we got King E.T.E.L right here, live and direct.
Yo
Oh
yo,
man, this. How long have you been professionally rapping now? How many years?
it's been 19.
19 years. Good Lord
Yeah,
have mercy.
19. Yep,
Man, hold on,
19.
hold on, hold on. 19 years. That deserves a serious round of applause right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. That's right. 19 years and the sword is still sharp, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Indeed,
man.
indeed. So 2022 is here. 2023 is right around the corner. What you working
Yeah.
on? What you got?
I'm working on a couple joints. I'm working with my man Bogey. He just hit me a little while ago. We got a couple things going on. We're gonna do a little EP, whatever. I'm also
Okay.
working on the follow up to the $1 Million Notebook called The Appendix. Um, probably I'm pretty sure I was talking with Cadillac Jack. We probably do Soy El Mas Bueno Part 2, and that's pretty much just heavy mixtape over instrumentals. A lot of bars, a lot of scratching, a lot of yelling, old school feeling like, you know what I mean? DJ Cluish, but we let Caddy Jack talk on it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what it's looking like right now, man. Heavy touring, shows, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's looking like for the next year or so, man.
Amen and amen. On another serious note, we have lost a lot of great artists way before their time. I ask this of everyone that comes on the show. Which artist that is no longer here impacted you the most and why?
When it comes to recently, it was definitely Nipsey.
Yeah, yeah,
I want to say the reason why is because I actually followed this when I first heard him a while ago, and I also was like, "Yo, he's nice." You know what I'm saying? I never went crazy about him, but I would hear records. When he showed up on records, I would listen to the records. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Then when the album came out, I was like, "Yo, this is hard." You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then looking back to what he was doing independently and what he was standing for. So recently, when he passed, it would hit kind of hard. Like wow,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
damn, that's kind of fucked up, man. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It really was. It's like, and I'm not a father at all. You're a dad too, correct?
Yeah, yep,
Yeah. So I can only imagine like standing there with your son, like
yeah,
on the
exactly,
street, and then you just get killed out of nowhere. I was like,
exactly.
dang, like
Yeah,
what?
yeah, shit like that. So I gotta
Because
say, definitely Nipsey and Prodigy, bro. Oh man, when Prodigy passed, dude,
yeah,
I was like, oh man,
I just want to go back to Nipsey real quick with the way that he
yeah,
died because we came from the era like if let's just say I had an issue with you for whatever it was. We're from
hmm
the era where we shoot the hands and we can walk away because no one, you may have a lump or two or
right,
someone may get knocked out, but you're not
right,
dead.
right,
I can see you
right,
the
right,
next day and be like, you know what? I got
right,
respect for that man because he didn't back down. We did what we
right.
did. We squashed it right then and there. It's all up from here on out. It ain't like
Especially,
that now.
especially broad daylight with the kids outside. It
Yeah,
definitely,
it,
yeah, it
it's not
definitely
like that
ain't.
now. I'm like, You
Yeah.
gotta go grab a gun because I may have nudged you the wrong way, or I may have
Yeah.
said something that you didn't like, so you feel that's the
Yeah.
way you gotta do it. Come on, man. We can even put the
Yeah.
boxing gloves on. Let's do it like how
Yeah.
we're supposed to do it, where we can
Right.
walk away from it and no one can. Man, it's just crazy how they think guns are the savior, are the answer for everything, and it's really what even the bigger problem is.
Yeah.
And with our own people, it's just like, come on now, man. We're
Yeah.
better than this. We're way better than that.
Definitely.
But I just wanted to get your feedback on that. Thank you for saying Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Rest in peace,
Right.
Prodigy.
Rest in
Those
peace,
two
man.
right there.
Yeah.
Amazing artists that had stuff always in the chamber every
Yeah.
day. Word
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Yeah. You know that.
Um, what else do I want to ask? Yeah. Everyone has their top five producers or their top 10 MCs that they would like to work with. I'm not going to ask
Yeah.
you for 10 MCs and five producers, but who are some of the people that if you had the chance to, let me not say if you had the chance to, who do you want to do records with if given the opportunity?
Definitely Alchemist.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, definitely Alchemist. Um, Damn, there's a lot, bro. Definitely Primo.
right?
Sheesh. You know who else? Rock Wilder. Rock
Yeah.
Wilder. Um, yeah, man. There's a lot, man. What's my man? He did a lot. The two dudes that did a lot on DMX's first album, Pete Killer
Okay.
and and
Switch.
Swiss. But
Yeah.
what's the other dude's name? Not is it Dame?
Yeah, Dean. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, something, yeah. Man, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot, man. Yeah, definitely those guys, man. Those, I just go back and listen to the, those instrumentals when I need some inspiration to write something, and it's always, it's, for some reason, I definitely gravitate to an Alchemist beat instantly, bro. Like, like old or new, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the shit
Right.
he be giving, the shit he gives like Benny, and the shit he gives Conway, and I just heard the
Oh
new Rock Marcy. The shit he gives them, I'm like, geez, this dude,
man.
man. He
Rock
just told,
Marcion, the Lord. That guy.
yeah,
That
yeah, you
that
know what I'm
guy.
saying? Like, yeah, man, the shit he gives them dudes, man. I'm like, damn.
That guy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have to give I'm a huge Nas fan, and as I'm sure you are. I didn't know
word,
nothing about Hit Boy. I heard the name and I was like, wait, he
yeah,
probably just does all that trap stuff. Yeah, I could care less about that. But then I heard King's Disease 1 and I'm like, wait, this young hit boy did this for
yeah,
nuts? And then King's
yeah,
Disease 2? After I was done with that, I'm like, you know what? I gotta stop shitting on young artists. I gotta stop because
yeah.
this guy. I was like, wait a minute, this guy, he could have produced that for me as a 48
Word,
year old. I could have
yeah,
wrote to that.
right,
Amazing.
yeah, yeah. They found the perfect, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a perfect blender.
Right.
Him figuring out what Nas wants and Nas letting him bring him up to speed. It's a perfect mesh, man. It is. I say that all the time. It's definitely a perfect mesh.
Are there that ask bringing that up leads me to ask: are there any young cats in the game that you would like to either work with producing wise, or are there any young MCs that you would like to just take under your wing and mentor and work with? Like who's new? Who are some of the new cats right now that you're feeling, whether locally or
Um,
nationally?
yo, you know what? There's actually a lot locally, man. For the younger cats, I like the kid. He's actually my cousin manages him. 8 Zip. I
Okay.
like the kid. I like the kid 8 Zip. I forgot this other kid. I forgot his name. He's from Mattapan. He's nice with it. There's a lot of them, man. There's a lot of them actually, bro. Like, and then and again, I hear what I pay attention to as because these dudes drop music. These young dudes drop music, and I could just hear them progressing, and I'm just like, yo,
Yeah.
they're gonna, you know, it's gonna be a thing where they're gonna lose some of their fan base, but majority of their fan base is gonna grow with them, and that's what I'm talking about. As it's gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, keep the thing going. But there's a lot of them, bro. There's a lot actually. I can't think off the top of my head. Those are the guys I think of though, man.
I like Avenue. I like Milkshaw Benedict. I like
Yo,
Oompa.
oh yeah, oh Milk's my man. I like Milk. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
a big Milk fan. Avenue's a beast.
Yeah.
Big Avenue fan. Yeah, man. There's a lot, man. There's a lot, bro.
Shout out to Brandy Blaze, Dutch Rebel. There's so
Yup,
many
yup, yup. Oh
just.
yeah, well Dutch, yeah, Dutch and Brandy, yeah. Dutch is you know,
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Dutch is a
I can
monster.
see you and Dutch doing a record together. That'd be
Yeah,
dope.
me and Dutch always talks about that, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Dutch is a monster,
So
man.
let's make that happen, Dutch Rebel. Where you at, Dutch? Let's get that going. King and Queen creation. Let's get it. Um, when it's we got a couple more questions that we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Okay.
When it's all said and done, when you know,
Yeah.
because I know you're a father now, you want to focus on being the best dad that you can be. Salute to that first and foremost, definitely. But when you're done with the rap game, when you said, you know what, I've done it, where I'm satisfied with what I've done, how do you want to be remembered as an MC first, and then how do you want to be remembered as a father and a person second?
When it's said and done, I want to be known as one of those dudes that come up in the conversation as a prodigy, as a Coogee Rap, as a Black Thought. Like, yo,
Yeah,
he's in his own lane, but you don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want
right,
no problems. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And I that's, you know, because in the end, I fell in love with the sport of it. I
yeah,
fell in love that I'm putting this clever wordplay together and it's charismatic and the punchline and I, you know, and that, so in the end, it's like, you know, it's like when you watch that Showtime's, um, um, it's called The City of Gods, and they talk about point guards from New York and how nice they are. Some of them didn't, you know, some of them didn't get to the NBA. Some of them, but they're legends in that, and they doing all right, but they're
yeah,
legends, and it's like, yo, man, like don't play with that guy over there. When it's all said and done, and then I want it to be known that I came from here, so it's gonna be national. Like, nah, the kid over there from Boston, they got one over there. That's one of those. He's one of those shinobis. You know what I'm saying? I always post up like one of my last. I don't really rock with Twitter too heavy, but one of my last tweets that I always keep for me is that like, yo, I can't wait till Styles P, like he did with everybody else with Black Thought, and knights me a Jedi, because that's what it is. Like, man, I'm going to be
yeah.
a Jedi, bro. Like I'm
Yeah,
here to be a Jedi. I'm not here to play with no one. I got love for everyone, but you already know I'm not here to play with no one, bro.
and trust me, people, he means what he said. If you were here from the beginning of the show, you heard the backstory. I saw that hunger then, and he was like what, maybe 17, 18 at the time, and
17.
I saw it then. No lie, and I never said this out loud to anyone. I was like, after I had that altercation with you, and I went home, I'm like, yeah, this is a young man's game now, because I was almost 30 at the time. And you laugh, but in all due seriousness, it really is the young man's game. I mean, you got to look
Right.
at like Corday and J. Cole and
Yeah, yeah.
Griselda. Like, it really is a young man's game, just as long as the younger generation really truly respects the ones that came before them, because
Right.
it really bothers me when I see people like Big Daddy Kane and Rakim and Nas and KRS-One and people like that birthed us get shitted on. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
If it wasn't
I
for
think
these guys, because when
yeah,
they were doing it, they didn't have internet. They didn't have Twitter.
yeah.
They didn't have Instagram. They didn't have radio. You either had a video, a 12-inch, a full length, or a live show. If you didn't have that back then, we never knew you. So
Right.
they had it
Right.
harder than how you have it. You got it easy. You got all
Right.
this technical stuff around you. They didn't have it like that. So I'm like, you got to stop shit. And
Yeah,
even
that
people
has to
like
change.
Outkast and
Yeah, that has to
Billie
change.
Jean
That has
and
to change in the culture. That's nasty in the culture. Like, you got dudes. I just seen a footage of Tommy Lee Jones doing a live show, packed show, like Motley Crue. Like, when's the
Yeah,
last time you heard a Motley Crue song, bro? Like, but still have a packed show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they let their artists get old and demand them to still
right.
perform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, they don't let their artists fire. They don't care how many overdoses, whatever. Yo, Motley Crue's, y'all need to perform. You gotta.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I
I
mean,
just,
look, look,
that's the nastiest part of the culture that gotta change. That shit gotta change. I
let's
wasn't
even
raised like that. I would never.
let's even put it like this. And these guys ain't even hip hop, and they just did a 40 city tour, New Edition, still doing it,
Right,
still
right.
doing it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. And, it's still selling out, bro. So it's,
Everywhere they
I
went,
don't.
sold out arenas, and they
Right,
still got it. Even Bobby with his big behind
right.
still definitely has it. Y'all gotta respect the legends, man,
You got
because
to, bro. Yeah, you
they
got
they
to,
were
bro.
the blueprint.
Because
For,
not for nothing, I'd give. Listen, man. I didn't watch Cool G rap at.
oh,
He got to be 60 now.
oops!
You know, and,
I just
and
dropped my turntable. Oh Lord.
yo, yeah. But he will smoke you niggas.
Yeah,
like, yo,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
you play for a Cool G verse, and he might smoke
yeah,
everybody on the song, bro. Like,
yeah.
so you gotta like you. So you ain't if you ain't that.
No, no.
He's 60 something years old, easily your grandfather's age, and will get on some shit and smoke you. You gotta respect your elders, bro.
Hey, we gotta. I'm gonna mention one name that always is in conversation as the best guy to kick off a song. Inspector Deck. Look, man,
Those
man,
first
that Triumph verse. Come on.
is one of the best verses. Yo,
Woo.
listen, that's one of the best verses. And then when you say that, you think about the whole group.
Yeah,
And I tell anybody all the time, like, yo, when you hear Inspector Deck's verse on the group albums, it's easily one of the top verses on the song, bro.
yeah.
Every time, bro.
Every time. It's like
Every
that
time.
the Wu Tang as a whole just like Ray go like they're were like 10 different styles from Old Dirty being a drunk, whatever you want to call it, to
Yeah,
Ghostface just saying the most craziest stuff, but it just sounds
right.
great when they're all together. It's like you can never stop the Wu Tang, man. No matter, man,
Right,
no,
right.
no.
Right,
If you
right.
don't have that type of hunger, then
Yeah, bro.
you
That's
don't need to be in the game because you'll be shitting on everybody that really truly works hard and wants to be a positive attribute to our culture because this
right,
is our culture.
right, right.
Before we go, I want you to just plug yourself. Tell everybody what you got coming out. If you're performing anywhere in the next couple of weeks or whatever, let people know what E.T.E.L is doing. Let them know how they can reach you. Show it. Floor is yours. Go.
Yeah, yeah, man. E.T.E.L, E.T.E.L underscore. You can catch me on IG. I'm on the TikTok. It's Etelligent1 on Twitter. Brawling Numbers. That's the label page. That's on Facebook and everything. I got like I said, the appendix. I just officially started working on the appendix. I got this joint with me and my man Bogey. We putting together. That's like my first ever like just me and one producer doing a project. So that's gonna be dope. We're gonna have some fun with that. Like I said, Soy El Mas Bueno too. Right now, $1 Million Notebook, critically acclaimed. Got a lot of love from the critics. Grab that everywhere. I got the hard copies. We get those to you in the mail, delivery if you in the city, but if you out of state, out of country, I'm getting that to you. You know what I'm saying? Also on the DSPs everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that's like that. Tour dates and shows will be coming up soon. You know what I'm saying? So just plug in with me. And we gonna do it like that, man.
How
My
much is
God.
the album? How much?
It's $12 for the hard copy.
Okay.
$12. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy one online.
Okay.
Tomorrow, maybe either later on today or maybe tomorrow. What I
Okay.
want is for you to give that away to whomever after I pay for it. You can
Say
just send
less.
somebody the album; it's already paid for. I'll purchase a live copy because I still have a CD player in my house and I use
All
it.
right.
I use it.
My God. My
So
God.
Matter of fact, let me take this off right here just so I can show you that I'm not kidding around. Hold up. So let me turn my camera around. How do I turn this dang thing around? Oh, here we go. All right. So I'm turning around. You see, there they are right there. The CD player is still
Fire,
there. That's right.
fire,
So that's right.
fire,
So
fire.
I still have mine. So I'll need a copy of that. I'll give you my address. Once I cash app you the dough, send me that.
All right, my
I
guy.
don't want nothing for free. I
Me
support my
neither.
artists. I don't want
I
nothing
know
for
that. I
free.
know that though. I know that, and I appreciate what you're doing. I think this is you're supposed to be doing this, bro. You know that. You're supposed to be a curator of the culture, bro. You know that, bro. So I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for you for what you're doing, man. For real, man. Because you supposed to be, and I know you're gonna live up. It's gonna be honorable. Like as it grows, it gets bigger. It's just gonna be all honorable for you. I know how you are, and I know where your heart's at. So I'm happy for you, man.
Well, I'm going to take some time off soon because, as you know, I am an engaged man now. I just
Yes, I
became
did
that.
see that. Congrats,
That's
congrats.
right. Black
Yeah,
love in the building. Yes, sir.
yeah,
So
yes,
I'm going to
sir.
take some time off while we plan this wedding and stuff like that. But I'm still going to always have my eyes and ears to the street, always paying
Yeah.
attention. Feel free to send me any records you want me to play, go on
Okay.
mixes, just whatever the case may be. But I definitely want to buy the album, so
Oh
I
my
will do
God.
that. And on a more personal note, when we end this, you've come a long way.
Yeah,
I've known you since you were in your teens, and you had the
yeah,
hunger then. I kind of would love to battle you again, just for shits and giggles, because I feel
yeah.
I have to at least make it one, tie it up somehow, some way. Um, I'll just mess with you. I
Yeah.
have no qualms of writing. I wouldn't even know what to say about it now because I don't want to disrespect your family or anything like that. I just can't do it. I just can't. I'll just make up something. I'm like, yo, E.T.E.L, mind of a child. You beat me, man, son. You what? Nah, I can't. Nah, I can't do it. But nah, in all due respect, man, you really grinded. You really tried to make a name for yourself. You stayed out of trouble. You tried, you tried to didn't go with that crowd. You really tried to hone in on it. You had a great team behind you back then. To see you now, as a father and constantly still doing this as if you were 17, 18 back then. Truly proud of what I'm seeing, and please keep going.
Yeah,
If it's in here, it's
yeah.
going to show on paper and it'll show in the booth, definitely.
My man,
So,
my
respects to
man.
you, my brother. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing what you do. Glad to call you
Nah,
friend. Glad to call
thank
you
you, man.
family. And yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my guy.
That's the
You know
guy.
that, bro.
That's it.
All right,
Ladies
my
and
guy.
gentlemen, this right here is E.T.E.L, always keeping the sword sharp. Get his
Always.
music on all DSP platforms. Buy the CD. Get the hard copy if you believe in reading liner notes and the barcode. All
Yeah.
that's cool, man. This is a really down to earth guy right here. No ego. Straight up work with anyone. Straight up build with anyone. Give duels to anyone who's on the up and coming and
Anybody,
anything
man.
like
Yeah,
that.
man.
Real solid guy. And this
One
was a
hand wash
pleasure
the
to
other,
do,
bro.
man.
One hand wash the other, bro. You
Yes,
know
sir.
that, my God.
This was a
Yes,
pleasure to
sir.
do. I thank you so much. Thank
Thank
y'all for
you.
tuning in. That's E.T.E.L, DJ Daz one over here. Black music runs things. All right, real rap, yo. E.T.E.L, thank you again, and
My God.
we'll see you all again next week. Peace and blessings. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless y'all. Yes, sir.